Here, for those of you just now tuning in, my name's CarmelOP, and welcome back to Deathloop. I know I said last time we were going to finish it last episode. I don't remember, but look, we gotta do this last part again because I messed up. That's really all it is. I just messed up. But hey, we're almost done. We're almost done. We really are. I just don't know how to go about this next part. I don't know what the best plan is. Because I think I found all the leads possible to do what I needed to do for Alexis, because it makes it seem like it's more open-ended than what it is, I think.
Won't miss those two.
You approve?
Love. In this place, I mean, come on. Only someone with brain damage would try it.
So who was it? You can tell me, I won't judge.
Just a nameless face. I guess a masked face.
Wasn't for you, was it? I mean, I don't want to assume.
Doesn't make you wrong about it.
Okay. I guess her and Alexis dated and didn't like him.
Program visionary and primary financial backer. I need to speak quickly to the guests of my ultra-exclusive Devouring of the Lambs party tonight. Congratulations on getting invited, guys. A reminder, bring the required accessory and your appetite. If you forget either, you will be denied entry. I mean, we are honored. Time has come for feeding.
Okay, I took a little bit more damage than I should have, but it is what it is. Nobody, I guess one person knows I'm here. Okay, so yeah, like, see, I'm getting like more quiet and quiet because, like, one, there's not much for me to talk about, and two, like, my voice is really, it's really starting to bite the dust, guys. It hurts, I'm not gonna lie. It's just sore. Like, I'm probably getting a little bit raspy. I don't know it, but I feel like I'm getting raspy. Come on. Who the fuck even? Oh, they saw me. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, there goes Frank. Okay, we're good. Killed those three, no problem. What is going to be a problem, however, is okay, so Alexis, I think he might be towards the back, actually. Well, no. No, I don't know where he's at. Fuck. No, okay. Ooh, I was about to be pissed. I would have ended the stream right there. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god, any of these people could be Alexis. Maybe I kill Alexis first. Maybe I do get him first. Let me do that, actually. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but it might be what I need to do. Okay, this silenced nail gun, bro. It's too good. Okay, so they can get up here. I guess they actually fucking climb up here, huh? Okay, so they are expecting me. Okay, let's listen to this dude. Okay, that's not him. So we're gonna hang out here and wait and listen. Oh, come on. Because he should say the same joke, shouldn't he? The fucking... I forgot what it was. Something I think he says, like, what's up, sluts? Or something like that. Something kind of out there. Hey, come on. Come on, Alexis. Fucking... Oh, come on. Oh, that's... Hear him talking. Wonder if he's the one in the white. Probably not. No, not he. Oh, he's dead. Okay. So we're waiting on Alexis, because his voice does stand out, whichever one he is. Man, I wish I could poison everybody in here like I could the hanger. It would make my life 10 times easier. That's not him. That's... Trying to figure out... It might be this one. I don't want to risk it either, you know? Okay, that's... Ooh. So it was a female, then a male that went up. I mean, we're just waiting here for Alexis. That's all we're waiting on. Because I can kill Wingy and Igor on the roof. Come on. He says, like, what's up, sluts, or giddy up, sluts, or something. He says the word sluts. So we got... Ooh, that might be him. This might be him. See, he's got dual weapons. Yeah, that's him. Okay, just like that. We got one of them. Okay, now they know, they have no idea what's going on. Good for me. Okay, they just know that Alexis is dead. And we just slowly progress as normally. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so now the question becomes... How in the fuck do I even do this with these guys? I mean, maybe...
I might push back.
What is it, Igor?
Okay, I'm just tossing grenades at him at this point. Come on, Wingy, die. There we go. Now we get out of here. We run. We get the fuck out of here. Okay, just gotta find the safest way to leave this place and we're good to go. Like, not jumping off the wall like I did last time. Okay, we're safe, I think. All right, now we can finally actually finish the game. Oh my god. Ooh, man. Yeah, that's the only way to kill. Well, it's probably not the only way to kill Alexis. Like, that's the easiest, I think. You just wait and you press a button, you know, at the end of the day. Okay, they're probably all still hunting after me. Okay. You can start at 7 kills, 7 keys. Yep.
Now, Tamara, Vermilion.
Man, reviewing this is going to be something, for sure. Okay, yep, they're all dead. Nobody flies until all 7 die. Yeah, they're all dead. Let's get it. Climb on in. Here goes nothing.
Raquetto plan.
Raquetto plan. Yeah, some Russian sounding name because of the area the mainland the island the Black Reef is off of is called the Motherland. I think it's the Motherland of something. I think it used to be Tivia and Dishonored, and then something happened, and then fucking that was it. Come on, fly the rocket. You don't, you just hold on. Are we even going to see like us flying into the giant orb? Oh, I guess that's it. Don't miss. Don't miss. Don't fall off, please. Believe it or not, I've only seen the ending once. And there's 3 different endings. It's not a spoiler, I promise. There's 3 different endings. One's kind of a joke, not a joke ending, but not really a good ending. Not good as in morality, but good as in worth it. So you're trapped. Let's see. You were here before, trapped by Horizon. You got away. You came back with Eon. We're the prisoners. We're the wardens. Okay. Set her free. I mean, yeah, killing everybody, sure. Set us all free. Walking forever in our own footsteps.
Hear me out first, okay?
You are not the other yous.
Unarmed, and I have a real treat for you. You'll like it. Or not. I don't know. Who can guess with you?
More talking. My favorite.
Slab's nullified.
Perfectly normal.
Yup. Perfectly normal. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Oh boy.
Welcome back.
This ain't normal.
In that case, our dueling pistols, vintage pieces, original oil cartridges, completely unique.
Kinda dusty.
They're museum pieces, part of history, worth preserving, like Black Reef. Please, sit.
I'd rather stand. Thanks.
Did it ever occur to you that I always wake up first? So if we survive the collapse of the loop, you'll wake up with the barrel of my gun in your mouth.
Dying for real beats living like this.
You mean living with me? You hate me.
Living here, stuck in this fulfilling day.
You used to like me. You used to see this place for what it could be. Then you murdered me.
So you could have a real life without do-overs.
And I thought you were ready for answers.
I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger right away if I get the opportunity.
You've been through a lot. You finally know how to break this place, but that doesn't mean you know how to use it.
Sure I do. Target practice.
Colt,
What? Want me to write a book, paint a fucking
I
portrait?
want you to ask questions about this place, about me, about the other Colts.
So I can forget the answers like everyone else.
People forget because they're bored. You're not bored, are you?
Not the word I'd use.
So stay. I'll show you incredible things.
How many times have we had this exact conversation? Is there a version of your fun that isn't us killing
Hey,
each
listen.
other?
I came here to be Eon's fucking archivist. You murdered me over and over. So, yeah, I fought back. And I learned to like it.
Every fight gets old eventually.
But you love the hunt. You started this.
Then it's on me to end it. For everyone.
You know, no one will forgive you. I won't forgive you.
It's happening.
It doesn't have to. Colt, you still have a choice. Take the pistol.
Okay.
Are these antiques even gonna fire?
If you pull the trigger,
And if I don't?
amazing things.
Other worlds, other times.
Where we kill each other.
Sounds like fun. On 3. 1.
Nope.
I've come too far.
All right. That's it for Juliana. Now you got killed the 9th visionary. Well, fuck, I'm the last visionary holding this loop together. What happens next is all on me. You did it for her, you did it for them, you'll survive. Leap into tomorrow, break the loop, jump now, we did it for us. Ah! Wherever this place is. That's it. Wait. Don't tell me I fucked up the ending. No, okay.
Juliana.
Oh, she still has powers. Okay, so we destroyed the anomaly.
Worked?
Now we gotta get off the island.
Okay. Here goes.
So what now? Okay, there's Frank.
So, you just woke up and don't know what's happening. Don't fret, Ramblin' Frank's got you covered like a warm blanket. Here's my first track off my first album. Oh boy, time flies. Well, at least it used to. Happy first...
You thought I'm dead and done. You'll know for sure.
Oh, so they know the day's different.
I'm rising from my shallow grave, and I'm molding my switchblade tight, 'cause
Yep.
you can blast me with dynamite, but I won't rest in pieces.
Damn.
I'm a revenant.
So yeah, all the visionaries are coming to the slow realization that it's all fucked.
It's gonna be one pale morning, all middle of the night.
Uh-oh. What about the lovers?
To take your life, I know it will feel alright, 'cause you can bury me underground, paved over for good measure. I'm a revenant, baby.
Oh no, not 2-bit, no. Okay, good. Colt saved 2-bit. Alexis, I think. No?
I'm out with the boys tonight, and if we see your cheating face, well, you're in for a fight, my darling, 'cause you can try to drown me, babe, but I won't sleep with the fishes. I'm a revenant lady, and I'll be back.
Oh, so somehow he got the help of a visionary. I guess he threatened him, I don't know. Or maybe all the visionaries are on his side.
Watch out now! I'm a revenant.
So what's the plan? Just get off the rock? What's the broadcast? Nothing. Okay, nothing. Just noise. In memory of Robert Altman. I don't know who that is, but I'll probably look into it. Okay, that was DEATHLOOP. Oh man, ow. Okay, I don't need all the other stuff. I don't need it. I'll probably do some bonus streams. It won't be on the YouTube bit. It won't be on YouTube of me trying to invade other players' games. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, that's just simply how it is. Congratulations, you have unraveled the mystery at the heart of Deathloop. Cold story may be over, but that shouldn't stop you from further exploring Black Reef's mysteries and secrets. Hop back into the action with everything you've collected at your disposal. Alternatively, lace up Juliana's sneakers and make a bid to protect the visionaries in the loop from other players. If you wish to experience Cold Story again from the beginning, you may reset your progress in the options menu. Thank you for being part of this with us. We hope you enjoy everything that Black Reef has to offer. Have a fulfilling day, the Deathloop development team. Definitely a great game. 10 out of 10? No. And speaking of which, we're going to get into why that is right away. 10-point review system. So that was the review for... That was the Still Wakes the Deep review. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, actually, I need to turn this back on. Fuck. Because I gotta be able to hear whether or not the review music's playing for you fine folk. Alright. Let's see here. Review music. Okay. All right, so let's reset all this and let's get to talking about it. Okay, that's actually pretty loud. Don't need that loud. Okay, so we're going to reset all the numbers. Yeah, I want to make like a I want to make a graphic for the live stream review, but I kind of think it's too much work because I don't think it really adds much to it. Okay, for Deathloop, a game that came out in September of 2019. Let's see, you're priced currently, it's on Steam sale right now. Currently still $60 5 years later. That's a hell no. $80 for the deluxe edition, hell no. No, that's just a hard no. That's just a hard no. The game is a one and done. There's no reason to keep playing it over and over again. Okay, anyway. Graphics looked fine. It was more stylized than like anything. It wasn't, how would you put this? It wasn't, it's the Team Fortress 2 versus Call of Duty argument, right? Where Team Fortress 2 is stylized, where it looks a certain part. Same with Dishonored 1. Dishonored 1, even though it's old, it still looks good because of the way it's stylized. Deathloop is in between that, right? It's in between that realism / stylized look. It leans more towards stylized, especially with the environments and the world it's in. Everything is humanoid, but it does still have that Arcane Studios touch where it's not hyper realistic. But graphically overall, I think the game looks good. I think it looks confident. 5 years later, still looks fine. Nothing crazy, so it gets a 1 out of 10 for me in that regard. And objectively. Subjectively, sound, ambience, effects. I think the sounds are good. A lot of what you hear, the effects is like a guitar doing a pitch harmonics thing. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it's doing. It's very much the sound you hear. There's another game that does it. It's exactly like a fucking pitch harmonic. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It sound good. Guns sound chunky. They sound chunky. Powers sound okay. I didn't use many powers, and I'll probably put that in the review, not because I didn't use all of them, but I think this is another case where if you have a limited amount of powers, you kind of just get settled into what you want to use rather than using everything. But either way, we'll get into that in a second. Sound's fine. Sound is fine. It did its job. Okay. Music, fine. Very much like, I guess it was like a jazz undertone. Like, it wasn't jazz music, but they definitely went with that kind of theme. so jazz rock. I think it was good. It definitely fits the environment, fits what's going on in the world. It works. It works. Oh, oops. That's from the last review. I experienced one hard crash. Other than that, the game functions, so I think that gets a 1 objectively. But for me, since I experienced a hard crash 5 years later, you know, well, it wasn't even a hard crash. It was just a bug in which I had to quit the game. That's what it is. You know, that could have halted progress. It's 5 years later. There's no reason for this. I'm sure it's something on my end, but regardless, we're just gonna give it a 0 because I had to restart. Also, some of the movements were like a little weird, but it is what it is, you know. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's what it is. Story, I think most people will enjoy the story. I think it's a good story. It can get a bit complicated, but you can either do what I did, just keep playing and just do random objectives as you go, and slowly but surely chip away at each and every individual visionary's assassination thing you have to do for them. Or you can just know life one line at a time. And I think either way you approach that, I think that's pretty versatile for a huge player base. You know, if you get I kind of do wish there was more per thing. I do wish there was more per target, because I think, what was it? It was Harriet. Hers, I get it. Hers was simple, like that. She just dies right away. She's your first target, and then you set up Frank to be the second target. But hers was only like 3 missions. I don't think that was long enough. I think that should have had a little bit more to go on. Frank, his took a little bit of time. The lovers took a little bit of time. I'm not a fan of sending 3 targets to Alexis's party. It did complicate things a little bit just to kill them, especially with like fucking Juliana in the picture. But beyond that, I don't think it warrants it. I don't think that was a good way to tie it up at the end, just to kill 3 of them in one go, 2 of them in one go, and then 2 more in other areas. Right? Yeah. No. Yeah, you killed 2 in the first area. Your second area, you don't kill anybody. And then your third area, you kill Charlie and Mia. And then the last area, you kill 3, technically 4 in that same instance. I mean, I enjoyed it. The story, there's a lot of background stuff going on. The one thing I don't like about the story, I will say, is that there's too many text documents. I don't like the fucking millennial writing in the computers that you see, like it's a Discord chat. I'm sure that's what they were aiming for exactly. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. I do enjoy the story personally. I think the story's good. I think it's solid. You wake up on a beach. You slowly figure out over time, like, hey, this is what happens during each and every day in these areas. And then you go and you interject and you change the timeline. I think it's a very cool timeline game because you experience the same day over and over again, and you can make changes to assassinate targets. I kind of wish it took it a little bit further, a little bit. I don't know how you could. I think maybe they focused a little too much on the individual assassination targets, but at the end of the day, that's exactly what you're doing, so I can't really complain. I don't know. I've already decided that it's a 1 for me. I'm just talking out loud about what I would may or may not change. I don't know. Okay, effectiveness and engagement of gameplay. Is it fun or makes you want to play for just one more turn? I think most people will enjoy the game from beginning to end. I think they will get, like I am right now, kind of tired of it towards the end. But, you know, either way, make it to the end regardless. The Juliana invasions are fun. They're cool. I kind of wish they were kind of more present instead of like every now and then it feels like, but at the same time, you don't want to stifle progress. But at the same time, most players will play with 2 reprises and I guess get invaded by online players. There's a problem with that in the fact that online player base like that, it's not a good thing to rely on to base your game around. Imagine playing like Dark Souls 1 or 2 and like trying to find a fucking summon. You cannot do it. You just simply cannot do it. And that's kind of how it feels like in Deathloop when it comes to getting an adversary as your Juliana. You know, it's definitely not going to be easily managed. Powers, a lot of them are kind of copies from Dishonored, which cool, fine, that's whatever, just it's powers. You know, eventually everybody knows that, you know, like a blink or shift or whatever you call it is like, that's going to be just a universal power in games like this. You know, so like if they dried up the creativity well, that's just what it is. If there's really no other options they can choose, then that's what it is. Weapon trinkets were meh. I'm sure they made a difference, but I really didn't care for them too much. I mean, this is my second playthrough of the game, beginning to end at least. A lot of Juliana time apparently. What else, gameplay wise? I mean, stealth is obviously the major focus of the game. You can go in guns blazing, but I think stealth is kind of what they built it around. It is Arcane Studios. I wouldn't be surprised if they built it with stealth in mind first. Will your average person enjoy this game? And this is kind of important. This is important, right? Is that when you ask this question, I'm talking like the Call of Duty players, the Madden players, the fucking StarCraft players, every facet of, you know, person who plays video games. Are they going to enjoy this? Are they going to have fun with it? And I think they will. I think they will. Should this be their first person shooter? It could be. I don't know if it should be. I think Halo is a good starting point. Borderlands is probably a good starting point. But other than that, the controls are fairly simple, nothing crazy. But yeah, I think everybody will have fun with this. For me, I think one problem the game presents is what the player is doing. Like me, towards the end, during today's stream, we were more or less, or I was more or less just kind of knocking out objectives. Just knocking them out and to get what was needed in order to finish the game. And not because I was trying to rush to the end or anything, but because there's not really a lot of side content necessarily. There is some. There's one quest I did not get that I know exists. It involves the sign right outside of, it's not the was it the complex? No, not the complex. I think it was Fristad Rock, the one with the like the TV sign and all that, where Frank's place is, where his place is, where his jazz house, or whatever the fuck you want to call it is. There's a vending machine there. There's a vending machine to the left of Upton, right when you come in, if you're coming on the street. And I know that has to do with a side quest. Didn't get to do it because it didn't pop for me, or I didn't trigger it. And then there's another side quest in Upton. I didn't get Frank's slab that he threw away. Like, there's some side content, but I don't think there's enough of it, and your rewards are more guns. And the problem becomes with this game, right? I just remembered the point I want to bring up. But you get guns, and the problem that this game does present is that you are set in your ways, right? You're set with the powers you want to use. No, not yet. No, give me another half hours. Downstairs. Go. Another half hour. No, not even half hour. Just wait it out. Yeah, she understands me. So that's, what other game did I review that it presented that exact problem? Or it might have, no, not that. What game was it? I played a game and it presented this exact problem. I think I reviewed it for the channel. Let me look. Was it Blood West? It might have been Blood West, where you pick, yeah, you have a primary and a secondary weapon at all times. Hey, Layla, can you do that downstairs? I'll take you at OUT in a minute, girl, okay? Just give me another minute. We're almost done. So it presents the same problem as Blood West, right? Where you kind of get stuck with the, like Blood West, you had 2 weapons you could use. You could change their ammo types, but if you were in the middle of combat, you didn't want to change, you couldn't change your ammo or your weapons readily without taking a lot of damage. So that presented one problem with that. Here, Deathloop, it's kind of similar, where you're locked into 3 weapons, which fine, 3 weapons is kind of enough, not really. Depending on your play style, I guess it is enough, yeah. So if I ran a silent kit with the nail gun, and then just had 2 loud weapons just in case shit hit the fan. Other than that, that was it. But for power-wise, I just used teleport and invisibility. I didn't use Havoc. I didn't use Carnesis or whatever the hell it's called. I'll have to go and get footage for those, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, and that's it. And you have to go back and kill the visionaries with those same powers in order to get those slab upgrades. Which to me, it's not, I wouldn't say it's not padding, but I'm not saying it is padding either. It's kind of weird how they did that because there is no like skill tree or experience points or anything like that in the game, right? So like I don't know how you would describe that. I wouldn't say it's farming. I guess that would be the way to, that's what it is. But effectiveness and engagement of gameplay, the problem is that you don't really have the opportunity to experiment with your powers. That's really it. You get 2 powers at a time. You get your weapons, and once you get the weapons you want, that's it. I mean, it is fun. Fuck. I feel like this is a 0, but on paper it's a 1, right? Like yeah, you can kit out how you want to play going into a mission. But I feel like once you have like what you like actually, let me look it up really quick. Let me look it up. That way I'm not like fucking going crazy or something. Let's see. Let me just look it up really quick. Dishonored powers. Powers Dishonor Guide by Ignorant. No, not Dishonored. Deathloop. God damn it. Why did I type in Dishonored powers? Deathloop powers. I'm stupid. Okay, abilities, Deathloop wiki. Okay. Let's look at these really quick. Okay, Ether, Havoc, Carnesis, Nexus, Shift, Fugue, New, and Golden Loop. What is Golden Loop? Hold on, what is Golden Loop? What is that? That is available in the when the Fugue Slab is equipped. The Fugue Slab is dropped by Gabe the Garbage Collector, or maybe randomly dropped by Juliana Blake. The Fugue Slab was added as part of the Golden Loop update in 2022. So, okay, so that was like a year after the game had released. Fugue Slab stun and confound your enemies with this ability with its 4 upgrades. Okay, so it's like a new thing. All right, cool, whatever. Okay, so anyway, let's look. So Reprise, so that's the respawn. Masquerade, which is Juliana, she takes the form of an NPC. Fugue, so Shift is what we use. Ether is invisibility. Havoc, Carnesis, Nexus, and Fugue. Havoc transforms you into a paragon of physical violence, increasing the damage your attacks deal while simultaneously protecting you. Okay, that's how like Juliana had like stone, like black stone skin. Okay. All right, so there's that one. I wasn't going to use that because I went through a stealth playthrough. So there's that. Carnesis. Oh shit, my shit is laggy as fuck. Carnesis Slap hurls people through the air. Press L1 to send the enemies flying. Use R to activate the ability to throw the victim into a specific direction. You can Flesh Bomb. Okay, they land with a damaging blast, slam, suspension, and zone. Okay, so all upgrades to Carnesis. Nexus was yeah, the fuck, what power was in Dishonored 2 where you tag enemies all together, and if you hit one person, the other ones get hit. It's the same thing. It's exactly what it is. So that's a copy from Dishonored, not knocking it, but saying what it is. And what it fugue? Was it do the fugue select? No, was it do? Was it do? Fugue is a projectile that binds and deafens its targets. Okay. All right. So anyway, I think. I mean, that might have actually changed my mind. I think, yeah. I've only done one playthrough of this, but I think with the other powers. So, like, my problem with it is, and I don't agree with this design choice, right? Because I guess they don't want players to be too versatile. I think what they wanted was the player to pick their playstyle, pick the accommodating powers, and going into an area. You know, if you want to go fast and loud build, you'll go Havoc and something else. And if you do the stealth build like I do, you do the shift and the invisibility. And that's kind of so it comes into the problem of what playthrough do you want to do? Fast and loud or quiet and stealthily? And that's the problem I have with it, is that you can't just have all the powers in your arsenal at once in order to kind of do whatever you want. But at the same time, that's a decision deliberately made by the developers in order to prevent players from just kind of making it way too easy on themselves in the game. You know, like, oh, you have to pick 2 powers and you have 3 weapons to choose from. Yeah, now that I talk it through like that, I think I might have changed it to a 1. Yeah, because it's the same thought process with Dishonored, except Dishonored you had access to all the powers all the time, and here you only have access to 2 of them at a time with the reprise. But I didn't have reprise. If I could have dumped reprise and got a free power, that would have been cool. Okay, replayability post game. Post game wise, there's side quests. And unfortunately, it's an online game, so you can play as Juliana, but that doesn't mean many people are going to be playing this game anyway to be invaded. And if you're a player like me, if you have your reprises set to 0, you can't get invaded by other players. So there goes your post game. Replayability. Do you want to tidy up, or do you want to play this game from beginning to end within a year? I don't think so. I don't think anybody will. When the game came out, sure, maybe. I don't think so. There really is no post game. Remember, when we talk about post game, we talk about games like Skyrim, where even though you finish the main story, you have a lot of extra stuff to go do. Same with, I don't think I've reviewed a game that falls into the Skyrim category of post game yet. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I mean, like video review, not on Twitch exclusively. Let's see here. Post game. I mean, Filter, kind of, not really. Blood West does not have New Game Plus. You're stuck at the end. Yeah, nothing really, huh? Actually, hold on. Let me see if anything. I'm pretty sure I played a game with a good amount of post game stuff you would want to do, right? I'm not crazy. Let me look. Okay, Twitch, can you not? Okay, finish in 2023. Let's see here. I mean, Dark Souls 2 and 3, no, not really. They don't fall in that category, not that much. I'm trying to find something that kind of fits into Skyrim a little bit. I guess the Sly Cooper series 1 through 3, kind of a little bit. Spider-Man 2, actually, it has a good amount of side things you can do. Starfield, sure. I mean, yeah, that's it. Starfield, that fits that category perfectly. Yeah, that's really it. Shit. So yeah, is there post game to the game? No, there's not. And I don't think people are going to want to replay this from beginning to end within a year. I think by the time they finish it, they will be done with it. My length for this time around was, let's see, 24, so about 10 hours. We'll give it 10 hours. We'll give it 10 hours. I think that's probably, let's see, we did a 4.5 today. We did a 4 today, 8.5. And yeah, okay, exactly, 10 hours. Bam. So 10 hours. So length, I think it's just right, actually. Probably a little bit on the longer side. It just depends, right, on how well you know the maps. Because, of course, the first time you play through it, you're not going to know where the fuck you are or what you're doing, right? So, with that in mind, you go through the levels slowly. You don't have your gear. Then you get lucky like I did and get some good gear drops right at the beginning, infuse them, and there you go. You got your weapons that you're going to use for the rest of the game. So I think length, though, I think it's good. I was done with it with this stream because I already knew the ending. I already knew how everything was going. You know, I was kind of done with it. But yeah, length is fine. I think it's perfectly fine. Not too long, not too short. For $60 though, it's on sale right now for like what, $10? $12. I think that's reasonable. $12 for the regular version of this. You don't need to get the special edition. Don't do that. You don't need it. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Environments, variability, and differentiation. This one's going to be hard for me on the review to elaborate on. So, I think I talked about this when we started the playthrough. In theory, you have 4 levels and 4 times of day. So technically 16 levels. 4 times 4 is 16, right? So here's where the problem really kind of lies. You don't have 16 levels. You have 4 levels that, depending on when you go to them, you have access to different parts of the level. So that's really what we're looking at here. We have 4 levels that may or may not change, or whose areas may or may not change. That does open up different pathways. That was seen in the first stream right away at the complex, because we took the little ice path to the side. There was also the burning building, but that was used for a quest. I'm sure there's more than enough examples of that around the game. I just didn't see them for the review or for the review stream, and I just didn't call them out. I mean, here's the thing. So this game, unfortunately, by its design, commits the curse of one of the curses of video game designs, and what that is backtracking. And you know that going into the game, right? You know that. And you know that's fine to an extent. If you know the player is going to go through those same areas over and over again, that's kind of how it is. That's kind of how it has to be. They know that. But the problem is that we get to the point where I was just going through, I was loading up an area, running straight to where I needed to go, doing the thing, coming back, because I knew the levels that much. And so that becomes boring, not only to me, but I guarantee you to most of the players. You know, with enemies being exactly where they were last run, whatever, that's how it is. So the question, I guess, is are there really that many different environments? Do they vary enough time by time? I don't think they do for it to matter enough. I don't think so. I think that if this were a bit more open-ended, like most Dishonored games, I think there could have been some cool interactions and where you set up things in the morning to affect the noon, afternoon, and evening a bit more. Like killing key characters to prevent, I don't know, a building from opening up or something, maybe causing a riot, distracting all the NPCs. I think there could have been more of that Um, there was a point where like some NPCs were mining a wall. And I'm pretty sure that like, they carve a hole into the wall, but I will go and double check that on my own time just to kind of see it for myself. It was in Upton. Yeah, it was in Upton. Yeah, next to Charlie's Bridge. But unfortunately, I think players in general will get tired of the levels. And well, it presents an interesting like idea too, because right, are the players going to dislike playing the same areas over and over and over again, or are they going to enjoy trying to master areas? That's the question. And that's going to be really hard for me to answer in the full review. And I might just leave that up to the viewers to decide for themselves, because that's a really, really, really hard one to answer. So the environments don't differ, but it becomes mastery versus variation almost. But as it stands, I don't think the levels change enough per time of day. I think that is kind of not a great thing. It does open up areas depending on the time of day, but that's just the way the game is built. And I do think players will get tired of it. It depends on the player too. Are they like speedrun enthusiasts and they just want to perfect the area? Maybe yes, maybe no, we don't know. So I think that gets a solid 0 from an objective standpoint. From my standpoint, it gets a 0 as well, simply because I don't have the answer to give it the credit. It's definitely the question of a new experience versus mastering the area. It's a very good argument, and I don't know. It's honestly player dependent. Honestly, that's really it, and that's going to be an interesting talking point for the full review. The entire package together, I think most people will enjoy this game. I think they will enjoy the story, the way it looks, the way it sounds, and I think the gameplay will keep them going just long enough to see the end, and maybe not recommend it to a friend. So I think objectively, I think most people will enjoy this game. For me, do I enjoy this game? I do enjoy the game. It does get old towards the end. Should people play it? I think so, just to have the experience of what potentially could be a good time traveling game, because that's essentially what this is. You're traveling through time every day. I just wish that there were more things you could do in the morning, afternoon, or morning and noon, and that maybe affect the noon and evening more, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that was on the drawing board and they wanted to keep it simple, which is fine. You know, it came out with a fine game regardless. But yeah, time manipulation in anything, in books, movies, TV shows, or video games is difficult to do. And honestly, I don't know. I couldn't do it. So anyway, the entire package, I could definitely recommend this to somebody. So objectively, for your average Madden, Call of Duty playing, buys all the microtransactions player, Deathloop gets a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10. That's for your average gamers. That's for people who don't know what Elden Ring is. You know, that's for those people. It's a solid game. Pretty good game, actually. It's got a few things that didn't really hit the mark, but that's okay. It still got close to the mark. That's what matters. Subjectively, I give it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10, which on my rating scale is not bad. It's competent. It's a good game. You'll have a good time. The environments are really kind of what's holding it back, I feel. The time manipulation doesn't really do too much. I did experience one hard crash 5 years after release. So to me, that's unexcusable. Well, not a hard crash. It was just a bug in which I could not do anything. Yeah, and that's that. That's Deathloop. Deathloop's final grade is a 7 out of 10. Not bad at all.